This week, Facebook announced the first major redesign of its hugely popular homepage known as Newsfeed. And we got to go inside the online giant's Menlo Park, California headquarters to get an inside look at what it takes to make the big overhaul.
Newsfeed is one of the most important services that we build.
When Mark Zuckerberg announced the first major redesign of Facebook's popular news feed on Thursday, it was the culmination of one long year of work by 70 engineers and designers.
We're going to be making tweaks on this.
Inside this war room, a core group has been working in close quarters for the better part of 4 months, overhauling the main page that will affect Facebook's 1 billion users. Why make these changes?
Newsfeed really hasn't changed very much since 2006 when it started, and this is just really about making Newsfeed more enjoyable for people.
Product marketing manager Kate O'Neill has been logging long days trying to get things just right.
We just don't have the option of, not moving forward, not modernizing, and making the experience better.
At least that was the message from Facebook members. The social network surveyed hundreds of thousands of users, and many responded with the same request.
The number one thing that people told us that they wanted to see was a newsfeed that was less cluttered.
What did the users think was clutter in their newsfeed?
The clutter was this feeling that there were all different types of news mixed together.
Jane Justice Leibrock and her team of researchers also conducted dozens of face-to-face interviews on the Facebook campus to get feedback from users like Alex Liu. He's been on Facebook since 2004. So you're a heavy Facebook user.
Yes. I'm addicted to it.
What was your biggest complaint with Facebook when you first came in here?
I wish the things that were on my Facebook feed were just the people I cared about. I wish that I could not see all these different things.
Satisfying heavy users involves a lot of heavy lifting, and that task falls on Facebook's vaunted engineers, like Chris Struhar.
We've been working on this for about a year, working 12, 14, 16-hour days, just sitting in front of our computers and writing code and throwing together these prototypes.
Did you ever worry, what's Mark gonna think?
Mark is very good, and he's been very good about giving us feedback throughout the entire process.
There are 3 things that we're going to focus on today.
Zuckerberg and Vice President of Product Chris Cox were updated weekly.
It's truly global navigation.
And the final result is a news feed that takes up a larger part of the screen with bigger pictures and content, while moving everything else to the side. Major redesigns haven't always been popular here.
That is true. Any time that you have 1 billion people using a product, and many of those people using it every day, you're going to see a diversity of opinion. We know that change can be difficult for people. We're taking a very measured approach here.
For Facebook, a measured approach means rolling out the news feed to only a fraction of its users, which still means that several million people are experiencing what 70 Facebook employees have devoted the last year of their lives to creating.
It's not a question of huge budgets or lots of people. It's a question of really focused effort over a year for a very small group of people. We're just so glad to be at a place where we can start, releasing it to people and seeing how they're using it and how they feel about it.
Now, Facebook says that the redesign is really about the users and not about advertisers. But let's face it, Mark Zuckerberg has said it himself. This news feed will have bigger photos, more videos, and, quote, more engaging ads. And, of course, it's a delicate balance. You want to keep the user happy and keep them involved and keep those billion people on board. But to make money and be a viable company, you also have to make money on those ads.
And bigger pictures are better for advertisers.
And more clicks, too, because people see a bigger picture in their news feed and they're interested in clicking on it, and the video now is going to have the play button right in the middle of the news feed.
Yeah, when they mess with this stuff, they're literally messing with millions of people's lives, and people do get grumpy.
It's interesting because when they made the changes to timeline, there were pages that popped up and said, we're leaving. Facebook is saying as soon as the customer gets to know this, they believe that they'll like it more, and some people say that they do.
We'll see. For more on Facebook, tune in to 60 Minutes tomorrow. Norah O'Donnell sits down with Facebook COO Sheryl Sandberg to discuss women in the workplace. That's Sunday evening on 60 Minutes.